Have you ever heard a prophecy that seemed impossible? One that spanned centuries, waiting for the one person destined to fulfill it? Well, today, we're diving into one of history's most epic tales, the story of a young sultan, a legendary city, and a prophecy that changed the world forever. This is the story of Mehmed II and the fall of Constantinople. The story begins nearly 800 years before Mehmed was even born. The Prophet Muhammad is said to have made a remarkable prophecy. Verily, you shall conquer Constantinople. What a wonderful leader will he be, and what a wonderful army will that army be, for centuries. This prophecy echoed through the Muslim world. Many powerful caliphs and sultans with massive armies tried to capture the legendary city, the heart of the Byzantine Empire. They launched over a dozen major sieges, but every single one failed. Constantinople, with its legendary Theodosian walls, seemed truly impregnable. It was the queen of cities, a fortress that had stood for 1,000 years. So who was this wonderful leader destined for greatness? Enter Sultan Mehmed II. When he first ascended the Ottoman throne, many saw him as just a boy. He was young, and some of the old guard in his own court didn't take him seriously. They underestimated him, thinking he was inexperienced and rash. But beneath that youthful exterior was a mind of incredible genius and an unshakable will. Mehmed was a true Renaissance man. He spoke multiple languages fluently, was a patron of the arts and sciences, and studied ancient military tactics with a passion. But more than anything, he was obsessed with one goal: Constantinople. He believed with every fiber of his being that he was the leader from the prophecy. To him, conquering Constantinople wasn't just about expanding his empire. It was about fulfilling a sacred destiny. This wasn't just a military campaign. It was a divine mission. He began preparing for it, with a level of detail that was simply astonishing. He knew that the city's walls were its greatest strength, so he needed a weapon that could shatter them. He sought out a brilliant but controversial Hungarian engineer named Orban. Orban had a radical idea: to build the largest, most powerful cannon the world had ever seen. He had offered his services to the Byzantines first, but they couldn't afford his price. Mehmed, however, saw the value. He gave Orban unlimited resources, and the result was a monstrous piece of artillery. They called it the Basilic. It was so massive, it took 60 oxen and hundreds of men just to move it. It could fire enormous stone balls weighing over 1,000 pounds. Designed to do one thing: pulverize the unbreachable walls of Constantinople. This supergun was the game-changer Mehmed needed. But his strategic brilliance didn't stop there. He also knew he had to control the sea to cut off any potential reinforcements for the city. The Byzantines had a secret weapon of their own, a massive chain stretched across the entrance of their main harbor: the Golden Horn. This chain prevented any enemy ships from entering, making a naval assault impossible, while his cannons hammered the land walls day and night. Mehmed planned one of the most audacious military maneuvers in history. His solution was pure genius. If he couldn't sail his ships asterisk into asterisk the Golden Horn, he would take them asterisk over land asterisk. Yes, you've heard that right. Under the cover of darkness, his engineers built a massive roadway of greased logs, stretching for miles over the hills of Galata, a Genoese colony just north of the city. Then in a single night, his men physically dragged, pushed, and pulled over 70 of his warships up the hill and down the other side, right into the Golden Horn, completely bypassing the chain. Imagine the shock and horror of the Byzantine defenders when they woke up the next morning. They looked out at their secure harbor, and suddenly, the Ottoman fleet was there, as if it had appeared by magic. This single act of strategic genius demoralized the defenders and gave the Ottomans complete control of the waters around the city. It was a checkmate move. The siege lasted for 53 grueling days. The defenders, led by the last Byzantine emperor, Constantine XI, fought with incredible bravery. They were outnumbered more than 10-1, but they repaired the walls as fast as Mehmed's cannons could smash them. They fought for their homes, their faith, and 1,000 years of history. But the relentless Ottoman attacks, both on land and now from the sea, were just too much. The constant cannon fire, the endless assaults, and the psychological blow of seeing the Ottoman fleet in their harbor wore them down. Finally, on May 29, 1453, Mehmed ordered the final assault. Elite Janissary troops stormed the walls. The fighting was fierce and bloody. In the chaos, someone left a small gate, a postern, unlocked. It was a tiny mistake, but it was all the Ottomans needed. They poured through the opening, raised their banner on the walls, and the city's defenses began to crumble from the inside out.
Oh.
The 1,000-year-old Roman Empire had finally fallen. When Sultan Mehmed rode into the conquered city, he wasn't just a conqueror, he was now Fatih Sultan Mehmed, meaning Mehmed the Conqueror. He made his way to the Hagia Sophia, the magnificent cathedral that was the heart of Orthodox Christianity. He was so awestruck by its beauty that he ordered it to be preserved and converted into a mosque, a symbol of his victory. He didn't just conquer the city, he made it his own. He declared it the new capital of the Ottoman Empire, and from that day forward, Constantinople became known to the world as Istanbul. The fall of Constantinople was more than just a battle. It was a turning point in world history. It marked the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of a new era. Scholars fleeing the city brought with them ancient Greek and Roman texts, helping to fuel the Renaissance in Europe. The Ottoman Empire was now a dominant world power, controlling the major trade routes between East and West. And at the center of it all was the young Sultan, who dared to dream the impossible. Mehmed II, the boy king nobody took seriously, had achieved what countless leaders before him could not. He had used innovation, brilliant strategy, and unwavering belief to conquer the unconquerable. He had fulfilled the ancient prophecy, and in doing so reshaped the map of the world. The story of Mehmed the Conqueror is a powerful reminder that with vision, determination, and a touch of genius, even the most legendary walls can fall. What do you think was Mehmed's most brilliant move? Is it the giant cannon or dragging his ships over land? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic stories. See you next time.